This honey is not sold in supermarkets. It cannot be farmed. It exists only here, on vertical cliff. The Annapurna Conservation Area, central Nepal, elevation 1400 meters in the valley floor, rising to over 8,000 meters at the peaks above. 4 a.m., the village of Ghalegaon, Lamjung district. The honey hunting team gathers in the dark for the twice-yearly cliff harvest. There are 8 men. The rope is made from Himalayan grass, twisted by hand over several days into a cord strong enough to hold a man's weight at 300 meters of exposure. The cliff site is 3 kilometers from the village hell. A 90-minute walk in darkness, on a trail the team knows by feel as much as sight. Apis laboriosa builds combs only in the open air, never in enclosed spaces like conventional hives. The smoke used in Gurung cliff honey hunting is not improvised. The specific combination of dried rhododendron leaves The rope ladder is made entirely from Himalayan grass rope. No metal carabiners. The cliff honey hunt requires simultaneous operations at the top and bottom of a 300-meter face. 4 men at the summit will anchor and lower the rope ladder. The team leader has been stung by Himalayan giant honeybees more than 10,000 times in 30 years of cliff hunting. The anchor points at the cliff summit are the same rock features used by Gurung honey hunters for generations. Some show ropewire grooves 5 centimeters deep. The rope ladder reaches 60 meters down the cliff face, to the lowest active honeycomb accessible today. Before every climb, he says the same phrase in Gurung, translated, "The cliff knows me." It is not bravado, it is a statement of relationship. He climbs at the same pace he has always climbed, not fast, not slow. Fast climbing fatigues the arms before reaching the comb. The grip of calloused skin on hand-twisted grass rope at altitude is better than any glove. The basket rope is the honey hunting team's most elegant innovation. As the team leader fills the collection basket with honeycomb at the comb, he does not carry it back down.
Alpistobra scouts.
Apis laboriosa workers are nearly 3 centimeters long, twice the size of a European honeybee. Their buzzing frequency is lower.
The honey knife, a split bamboo blade tied to a bamboo pole, is the only cutting implement used in Gurung cliff honey hunting. The first cut releases the honey stored in the upper sealed cells, the oldest honey in the comb. The colony is mobilizing. The smoke has bought approximately 8 minutes of reduced alarm response. The team leader is now 4 minutes into it.
In the final 2 minutes before full alarm response, the experienced hunter enters what he describes as a kind of silence.
He is stung 12 times in the final 2 minutes of cutting. He counts them not during the cut, he counts the welts afterward. Motionless is the correct response when surrounded by agitated Apis laboriosa. Movement triggers the predator response instinct. Motion. The sealed honeycomb sections are the most valuable form of Himalayan cliff honey. The wax cap intact means the honey inside has knotted. The descent past an agitated colony is the moment most novice hunters make their critical mistake. They move faster, trying to escape the bee. Lateral movement on the rope ladder is the most technically demanding skill in cliff honey hunting. The rope ladder hangs freely. The team leader's son has accompanied every cliff hunt since he was 14 years old. He began by carrying equipment. The hidden comb shows signs of being 2 to 3 seasons old. The wax has darkened from pale yellow to deep amber brown, and the surface has a waxy sheen, burgundy black, the color of multi-season Himalayan cliff honey at maximum Grayanotoxin concentration. This is the honey traditional Gurung medicine uses. The descent takes 12 minutes. The team leader does not rush it. He descended too fast once, 15 years ago, a moment of fatigue-induced poor judgment. Within 48 hours of the harvest, the Apis laboriosa colony will have begun rebuilding the cut comb sections. 23 stings. He tells the man beside him, "Not my best, not my worst." His worst was 47 stings in a single hunt in 2009.
Wax and honey together.
The transport baskets are padded with fresh Nepalese alder leaves, a specific species chosen. The return journey takes 2 hours, longer than the outward trip, because the baskets are heavy and the trail requires care not to jolt the honeycomb.
के भयो यो? मौरीले टोक्यो? अलिअलि, तर ठिकै छ। मनी पदुलिता।
The traditional Gurung sting treatment, turmeric, ginger, and Himalayan knotweed, has been shown in informal tests.
35 kilograms of harvested Himalayan cliff honeycomb from 2 combs. After processing, separating honey from wax.
This is the honey that ancient Tibetan traders traveled weeks to purchase.
The son asked, "Am I ready?" The team leader said, "Your hands are ready. Your mind will follow your hands." $26 for 100 grams of Himalayan cliff honey. The team leader receives approximately 30% of that at the village level, his share of today's full harvest. He will spend the next 6 months thinking about the cliff. Not constantly, but regularly, the way a craftsman thinks about a difficult piece of work between sessions. 10,000 years. The cave paintings that record the first Himalayan cliff honey hunt are still visible 12 kilometers from this village. The rebuilding has begun. By this time next week, the pale-cut areas will be covered with new wax.
A single Apis laboriosa worker bee will visit approximately 1,500 rhododendron flowers in a single foraging trip to produce.
The rhododendron tree is simultaneously the source of Himalayan honey's value and its danger. Grayanotoxin.
He has been asked what his hands feel like after a hunt. He says they feel correct. Not tired, not sore, not proud. Correct. The oldest sections of this rope have been in service for 11 years. The honey festival predates any written record of Gurung culture. The Gurung oral tradition places its
The Annapurna Conservation Area contains an estimated several thousand active Apis laboriosa colonies.
8,000 years ago, someone stood on a cliff with a rope and a bamboo knife and cut honey from an Apis laboriosa comb, and someone else painted it on a rock face.
If writing it down helps keep the knowledge alive, write it down. But writing it down is not the same as knowing it. This is correct. This is correct.
The rope inspection takes the son 3 times longer than the father, not because he is less skilled, because he is more conscious. The father's hands know the rope through 30 years. An Apis laboriosa forager travels up to 5 kilometers from the comb on each nectar-gathering trip. Navigating by 3 days before every hunt, the team leader visits the cliff to read it. Wind patterns, bee flight trajectories, comb growth since the last visit. The location of new combs is the team leader's private knowledge, shared with his son and no one else. There are cliff honey hunters from neighboring valleys who watch his combs.
He says these things knowing they sound like superstition to an outsider. He says, "The cliff has never been wrong."
The cliff does not know about the hunters. The bees do not know about the honey.
Not as good as your father's.
She says this every season. The team leader smiles every season. His father was the previous team leader, died at 74. If I have done my preparation correctly, prayer is not needed. If I have not, prayer will not help. There is a moment in every hunt, the team leader says, when he is on the rope at full height, the smoke working, the first cut made. At 240 meters, he says the valley below becomes something different. The river is visible as the bees do not rest. Not fully, not at night. The repair of the harvested comb sections continues.
The sting does not hurt now.
I told you the honey works.
The cliff does not record the harvest. The rock does not remember the rope. The bees will not recognize the team leader when she returns in 6 months. 10,000 years, the same cliff, the same bees, the same grass rope, the same cut, the same walk home. The Himalayan cliff honey of the Gurung people, made by 100,000 bees from the nectar of rhododendron flowers on the cliff honey hunters of Nepal. 10,000 years, one rope, one knife.